everyone. I would like to invite you all to this momentous occasion of completing and finishing off every decree in Warframe, the Duviri Paradox. Now, we finally have our answers. If you were wondering, there are, as you can see in the top right, 176 decrees in the Duviri Paradox in total. And honestly, it didn't actually take that long to farm it up. We farmed it up in a public match, and I mostly just invited people from chat when I was streaming, twitch.tv/Pupsker. When we just got it done. I think we had like a random person maybe in the group, but other than that, yeah, we were all from stream, and the objective was farm the decrees as fast as possible and get some arcanes, right? So we didn't even technically farm it as fast as we could have. If you want to min-max meta farm every decree, what you want to do is go around and just complete every fast objective. If we restarted from the start, like this is all you have to do, right? Go around the world and find the simplest, easiest objectives that get you decrees. Sometimes it's like the fast fights, the fast chests that are around the area. Some of the Kaith races aren't too bad, but they're a little long. Every single person in your group generally should kind of run away from each other and do separate objectives as well. In the beginning, you might want to stay with your team though, purely because when you are beginning in the early game, you don't have a ton of decrees, so your character's pretty weak. So as you can see, we're still kind of grouped together just to make fighting a lot of those enemies early. And it does help, right? Because every single decree you get, I think, is a 10% bonus to your attack and like 25 or 50 health, each single one, right? So get some damage early on and get some healing, and then you'll be pretty invincible. And then that's all you do. You run around doing the fast waypoints. I just felt like doing every decree in Duviri because it's been a while, and I know they updated and added some decrees to it. So it's been a while since I actually became a unstoppable Warframe god of Duviri with every imaginable upgrade possible. Oh my god, don't watch this. I'm so bad at Comey. Like, I failed Comey the one time I tried it. It was embarrassing. The other easy ones to run around are the playing, I guess, the harp one, or the guitar, whatever it's technically called, virtuoso, right? See, I did pretty good over there. I did pretty good. So as long as you just complete objectives, you're good to go. About, I think, an hour into this run, I think it reset. It went from like joy to something else spiral type of deal, and all of the objectives around the map reset. So every hour possibly you're in Duviri Paradox, it does reset all of the decrees anyways, meaning you keep all the decrees you have, but all of the objectives in the open world are reset. So you're able to just continually farm decrees. Warframe did actually make it very easy. Now, the one thing I did want to bring up, with us farming every single decree in the game, it actually wrecks Warframe's performance. I also didn't know about this one because I haven't been doing a lot of Duviri lately. I didn't know about the owl flying around finding the books objective. Sometimes you just like farm an update so much on release that the echoes of the update, you don't even care. Or when they do a small update to it, you just like, you're too busy. So yeah, this was a pretty cool one as well. Very, very big fan. Very, very big fan. But that's about halfway into the game. We were also getting the arcanes and stuff. The game really started chugging, right? I wouldn't recommend doing this if you're on a really old PlayStation, Xbox, or if you're on a really old Switch at all, because once I hit 176 decrees, I was hitting low FPS marks of like 20 FPS, right? Because all of the decrees, they all have to be taken into account every time you fight and when you run around. So I'm assuming Warframe has to keep all of that going, and the amount of math it has to do just makes it chug hard. Because usually in Duviri, right, I run my monitor 1080p at 144 FPS, and it's pretty solidly at 100 plus FPS usually, unless something's going on. We're in a big area, open world, a lot I guess particles, stuff like that. But it pretty solidly hits that 100 FPS in that mark. But man, Duviri being in such a big open world, and with all of those decrees, the amount of math the game's trying to pump out is just astronomical, and it's just getting wrecked. It's like whenever you start combat, because of all of the extra damage ticks, everything gets taken into account. You have to go so much faster now because you have that movement speed decree. Oh my god, it just turns so chaotic and it becomes pure hell, but like in a fun way, right? Look how fast I am. Look at that. And then if we go another little bit, I was like getting the TAMs, and now I'm even stronger. Look at me. If you look in the top right, I have a 1,340% damage bonus, and I like think the 3,350 health bonus because of the amount of decrees I have right now. So yeah, once you get like 10-20 decrees, you're pretty invincible, all things considered. It's a little harder on the circuit since enemies scale up, but if you're running the Duviri experience like we are here, look at this, right? You just shoot them one shot. You become a god. Like, they just can't handle you right now. And it's just so fun, dude. No, but only an hour and a half is how long it takes if you're just kind of going at it to farm up every single possible decree. And I don't think that's actually too bad. So hats off to Warframe, making a pretty good roguelike style game mode. And, you know, I like it. It makes guns really strong. It makes melee really strong. You can just dick around in it for a long time like you can in most roguelike style games. So it's probably makes sense why I like Duviri Paradox the most out of most Warframe places. It's because it's a functional roguelike. Every aspect of it is Warframe, but like roguelike in an open world. So Duviri Paradox and the circuit are just kind of the most fun game modes IMO. I like just becoming an overpowered god sometimes and blasting through enemies and getting random different upgrades. Like, that's why the circuit's a lot of fun, because you can get different upgrade styles and go for different upgrade paths each time. Duviri Paradox, it's like, just get whatever you do for damage and then survivability and you'll become a god soon enough. But hey, not bad, not bad. I wouldn't recommend doing this solo, no. I would definitely do this in a group. It would take way longer getting every decree solo, but in a group, it pretty much divides it by 4. And again, you can go a lot faster if you ignore doing the open world arcane gates, because those are longer missions. So if you just run around the open world, just do the fast like fighting missions, all of the easier ones, K-Thrace, bird, owl flying around, what have you. If you just do the easier missions, you could probably knock this bad boy out in an hour to an hour and 15 pretty easily. All of the maw fishing, love to hit that up, right? Because if you don't need the arcanes, if you're just like trying to speed run it, oh yeah, if you're doing it fast, you can totally get it done in an hour, man. Like, we weren't trying to go out of our way to do it. We were just playing it and getting all of the decrees, not making sure we go like any super speed run or anything. But hey, we did it in an hour and a half, so it wasn't that bad. And then it took us like another 15 or so minutes to actually finish Duviri, because once you get all the decrees, it's like, well, we can farm around for some resources, from items, some loot, or you can just like leave. There's not too much to do after because you're pretty much done, right? By the way, I will throw up the entire run of this as well, probably later tonight or tomorrow or something, because it was like an hour and 45 minute Duviri run, hour and a half until we got all the decrees. We were just kind of like dicking around half the time, not taking it super seriously. I was just looking around. I love always answering all of these. I don't think they actually do anything, because you can instantly change your answer when you get it wrong. I think it's mainly just like for funsies, for the goof of it, you know, for some Warframe Duviri guess Q&A type of stuff. But yeah, Duviri is a lot of fun, and I would recommend everyone get it done. I mainly did want to do a lot of this, though, just because it's, you know, it doesn't take too long. I needed Pathos Clamps, Arcanes, and I just needed resources. So it's answer. That's how long it takes on average if you're just doing it with 4 people, just chilling. See, like an hour and I think 30 minutes in, 33 minutes in. Yeah, right there. An hour and 32 is when I got every single decree. You become such a fast speedster, too. Like, look at that. You can see the lack of frame rate. Like, this is what I'm talking about. When we went into the circuit, the frame rate actually killed itself. Whenever things are going on, since you're moving so fast and there are particles pretty much everywhere, it just lags out. It's like it's a little better on Duviri, as you can see. Like, the lag's not as rough. Oh, this was one of the funniest aura worms I've ever seen. My team kept messing it up, and I had no idea what was going on after. Oh my god, I love running these missions. Like, it took us, I think, 5 minutes to actually capture the aura worm or something. Or like 2-3 minutes just of everyone jumping around, right? You can see here, I'm trying to finish it off and complete it. Ah, we're so close. Getting that last one done in a second. Whew. And then I think this is where we're good to go. It was just a struggle, okay? Sometimes people aren't great at the aura worm. And then we like to yell at our monitor. It was a lot of fun. Either way, I would recommend everyone at least try out Duviri and do a long run or two here and there if you haven't yet. Because, like, it's pretty fun being an invincible god. It's a lot easier running the Duviri Paradox because enemies don't scale up. So you can run the circuit and get to level 9999. It usually takes about an hour and a half as well, or like an hour, I think. But you can run that as well, get level 9999, and you can make your Warframes invincible gods. Or you can run the Duviri experience. It's a way more casual, better for resource farming, right? Once you get the decree that doubles your resources, it's really good. And one really good thing that happened to me this run is when I started the run, I instantly got take 50% more damage for a 200% chance to receive a rare decree. If you didn't know, that means you can be pretty much boosted to your maximum power a lot faster. Every rare decree is either like the harder to get decree or 2 decrees in one. And if you get the 2 decrees in one, obviously you're going to get more buffs. It's just taking 50% more damage right out of the gate. I got beat up a lot. So I just needed to get a bunch of buffs. So I re-rolled Decree, nothing there. You want to get those reduced damage incoming ones. Those are just really nice to have. That's why I grabbed it early. And those are like the harder decrees to get, the one-offs that are like really strong. So yeah, that's about all there is to it. It's pretty calm and a pretty chill time. But man, I'm slowly running out of things to do in Duviri a little bit or I should say Warframe. I'm currently trying to farm every arcane, but I only have to get the Necrolisc, the Whispers in the Wall, the Duviri, and the Fortunate arcanes now. And those ones kind of suck to farm, and it'll take a long time. So we'll see how long it ends up taking. Either way, I do plan on trying out some other games. I'm going to open up my Pupsker VODs channel on Twitch. Pupsker VODs 24/7 channel, and then I'll probably take a break streaming off my main channel and then play the 24/7 VODs channel. And if it goes well, I'll eventually just get a second computer to run the VODs channel and like do more regular streams on my main channel and then raid off into the Pupsker VODs Twitch channel. So yeah, we're just messing around with stuff while we're chilling in Warframe. Maybe we'll try out some Ninja Gaiden 2 or some of the other games that have come out recently. I know Monster Hunter Wilds comes out in a month and like, God, maybe we'll go hard on that. There's a lot of good games though, so it's all looking pretty good. Either way, hopefully everyone's having a good day or a good week, having some fun times in Warframe or any other games that you're playing. I might be playing Duet Night Abyss, the like gacha game looking Warframe-ish like game. So yeah, hopefully I can get into that game and then we'll play that and that should be fun. So it's gonna be a busy time. But yeah, let me know which games, y'all are grinding out right now.